Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back for another video. This had nothing to do with the video at all, but I'll put the comment on the screen. Some guy told me that I sound almost exactly like Charles Barkley. I don't know how to take that. He says it's a compliment, but I guess so, but I really don't see it. I don't think I sound exactly like Charles Barkley, but if it's a compliment, thanks, but I just found it real funny. Anyway, we got a Pistol Pete Maravich video. He could have been the GOAT. I really believe so. I've seen some of his highlights, but I haven't seen a whole lot. I haven't got deep into his career like that. But hopefully, my boy Sean David will get deep into it. So enough talking. Let's get into it.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to
the show. Sean David.
And as
What's
always,
up?
thanks for tuning in. In the segment of Disrespected, I'm always taking a look at NBA players or NBA legends where I personally feel that they are underrated in NBA history. And in today's video, we're going to talk about one of my favorite players of all time, Pistol Pete Maravich, a player that not only was incredibly ahead of his time, but also had the potential to be maybe the best player ever. So in this video, we're going to take a look at Pistol Pete, but before we start this video, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I would say let's start the video.
I hate to skip the intro, but
as a marketing manager, you always need to know what the next thing to work on and optimize is. Oribi is the marketing analytics.
I hope I didn't skip too far ahead. I think I did. I'm finna go back. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me go back a little bit. I'm just leave it right here. Ooh.
Boy, could he play basketball and could he entertain you? You know, the no-look passes, the dribble the ball and then pat it with one hand. That's why
I remember that play right there where he did a little fake pass, then he little tap pass with him like that. That shit was crazy.
I saw that from Pistol Pete. That's where I got it from.
What kind of shot was that?
Pistol Pete's story begins in 1947 in Pennsylvania.
Damn, long time
Born
ago.
on the 22nd of June to Peter Press and his mother Helen. His dad was the son of a Serbian immigrant and a former pro player. He taught Pete the game from an early age. Already in his high school days, Pete showed that he was something special and not your everyday player. He spent hours and hours in the gym every day to perfect his craft. His father pushed him to the limit to be the best player that he could be. Back in those days, the NCAA prohibited first-year students to play on the team. But when Pete was finally allowed to play, he scored 50 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists against Southeastern.
You mean tell me in his first game he scored 50 points? That boy was special.
Louisiana College in his first game. His father was the coach of the team and put Pete under a lot of pressure. Pete not only had to put up crazy numbers, but also fill the seats. Both he accomplished sensationally. Pete played 3 years in college, and to me became the best college player to ever play the game.
I think one of the toughest sells in America was to sell basketball in Louisiana.
It wasn't until Pete showed up on campus and started playing that word spread like wildfire that here was a bona fide superstar.
As soon as he touched the ball, people went to the edge of their seat. He was scared
As soon as he touched the ball.
to take your eye off of him because something might happen.
It was as if you had melted down all 12 Harlem Globetrotters and then filled up this skinny 6'6" white frame
The
with
6'6"?
everything they had.
It looked like Ichabod Crane out there with a mop on his head or something. He didn't wear those gray floppy socks by accident. He knew that people would see him. He knew that he was selling the game.
I loved him at LSU. Socks flopping. He had flavor. I'm like, wait a minute, where this guy grew up? What? And he had that something.
You were never quite sure what he was going to do with the ball in the open court because he had 1,000 moves, to either shoot it or pass it.
Number 23, Pete Maravich.
As already mentioned earlier, Pistol Pete's college career was incredible. If you see the numbers, you won't believe it. So let's have a look. Obviously, the first thing that really stands out is his points per game. I mean, this guy...
Oh, hold on. Look at his points per game. 43.8, 44.2, 44.5. And his career was 44.2. Wow. And of course, they didn't have 3-point line back then, so yeah.
Guy averaged over 40 points per game in every single season. And you gotta remember, there weren't 3-pointers back in the days. So this is even more incredible. Also, if you have a look at his rebounds and assists, you can see that this guy had an all-around game, having a great rebound average for a guard, plus also high average in assists. So we're talking about an all-around good basketball player.
Damn.
After such an incredible college career, it was clear that Pete would finally fulfill his dream and play in the NBA. You would think that Pete's crazy and innovative style would fit more to the ABA, but the league was still struggling putting people into the seats, and financially, it also wasn't looking too good. The moment Pete signed up for the NBA draft, his NBA career didn't seem to be kissed by luck, something nobody could have foreseen.
We are most happy to announce that Pete Maravich will play professional basketball for the Atlanta Hawks.
Woo! Yay!
Going from LSU to the Hawks was about the worst possible place he could go.
Damn, why the worst?
A really good, predominantly black, veteran team, and all of a sudden, you throw a virtuoso, good-looking white kid who was going to sell
good-looking white kid
basketball in the South. You have a recipe for disaster.
Pete was put on there to be a savior. There's going to be some discontent from some of the black ball players. Guys think they should have got more money.
We got a contract for $1.5 million, plus a car, an apartment. They were making about $40, $50, maybe $60,000 a year. And we're struggling with management even to get that kind of contract.
Even though Pete again put up some crazy numbers, in his first seasons, the Hawks weren't winning. Pete was also known to ask his dad for advice about the game, and sometimes even ignoring what the coaches said, something that would hurt Pete's career a lot. Also in interviews, Pete started to say that he was kind of losing interest and that the game wasn't as much fun as it used to. After only 4 seasons, he left the Atlanta Hawks. He was traded to the Utah Jazz.
Look at them pants. What the oh, boy. Is that Pistol Pete right there? Little jump hook. Pull up mid-range. Got her hair flowing in the wind. Left hand off the glass. That was a good shot. Hey, come here. Pistol.
Pistol as an individual player was incredible. His scoring arsenal was second to none. He was literally unstoppable. He had range, he could shoot from anywhere, but he also had the handles to get anywhere he liked. And of course he was a regular all-star. But while his numbers were getting better and better and were insane, Pete was battling some serious demons. Depression, alcohol, and if that wasn't bad enough, also the injuries. It got simply too much for him. In 1980, he got waived by the Utah Jazz and picked up by the Boston Celtics. There, Pete had to come off the bench while he still felt that he was one of the better players in the league, but he wasn't. The same year he retired at the young age of 32, a sad ending for such a unique talent. So how good was Pistol Pete Maravich? Well, let's get some facts together. He was a 5-time NBA All-Star, he's a Hall of Famer, and he was voted one of the best 50 players of all time. So how can I come up with a video that says he's disrespected and underrated? Well, for a couple of reasons. Number one, when people talk about...
I was getting into it. I was zoned out for a second. I almost forgot I was doing a reaction video. That's crazy.
The best scorers of all time, I hear guys like Will Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, of course, and nowadays
Oh, give me
even
that.
guys like Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and so on. But how come we're not talking about the best college player to ever play the game? A guy that scored over 40 points a game? A guy that could average over 30 points a game if he wanted to in the NBA? A guy with a crazy arsenal? A guy that was ahead of his time like by 25 years? To me, Pistol Pete is not only one of the best players who ever played the game, but had the potential to be in the top 10, maybe in the top 5. I know it's hard to believe, but this guy was special. And I believe if it wasn't for his many bad situations and circumstances, he would be ranked higher by everybody.
You probably
so
would.
Pistol Pete, this video's for you, my man.
I'm excited to be a part of the night where we honor Pistol Pete. He's one of the greatest players to ever play the game. His ball handling skills, his scoring ability was amazing. There's plenty of players who worked on their games and did whatever.
All right, man. Thanks for watching, guys. That was all right. If y'all wonder why I cut the video right there, because I had to wipe my nose because my sinus is acting up, and yeah, I had to take care of that. But yeah, Pistol Pete, dude was crazy, especially in college, averaging 44 points a game in college. That's wild, man. Name somebody else that averaged that many points in college. I can't think about that average many points in college, like for a career, not for a season, but for a career. He averaged over 40 points every year he played in college. That's wild. But yeah, he probably could have been a GOAT if he had played a little bit longer. If he hadn't had like bad depression problems and alcohol problems, stuff like that. But he still had a good career though. He still had a good career. But yeah, y'all see it. Dude was tough on the court, man. He was tough. Just let me know what y'all think about Pistol Pete and his career, especially in college. I can't get over that. That shit was crazy. But any more legend you want me to react to? Hey, I can do Jordan. I can do Pippen. I can do let me see, John Stockton. Did I do John Stockton? I don't think I did. I did Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Larry. I've been doing a lot of Larry Bird videos. Y'all love those. Anybody else, y'all just let me know and I'll do it. And come back for some more videos. Subscribe.